Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full float. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Mountaineers will kick it away to start us off. Fair catch, called for and made. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the back. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college, we used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warwick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make...
Hit the afterburners, kid. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Now sliding to his left. And the ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Direct snap. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
This offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
The Seminoles line it up with a 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Barges ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Noles!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Well, so much for the members' bounce. They get a break on the road here.
And how about that for this offense? The worst thing you could do when you're on the road is ignite the home crowd. This offense got a nice break early and a chance to not rouse up this crowd early in the game.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
To the 10. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll run the option. Shakes off the tackle.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. Really good run there on 3rd down. He got 5, but they're still left with a 4th and 3.
And how about the offense coming out early, establishing the running game? This is an offense that is going to throw the ball all over the yard. So good. Top 10 in passing in college football. But I like it when you sprinkle it in and create a little bit of balance and just create a little bit of doubt for that defense.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Looking for a man. It's Tillman. It's complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll line up for a second down play. On the option. The pitch. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
The Noles are on the move. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Keeps the legs moving. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Completion a little short of the sticks. It's second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different and give this offense something to think about.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, the ground game. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Hard running there. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The Seminoles have it in scoring position on first and goal. Dropping back, it's Tillman. He caught it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Trying to bully their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This offense has converted twice on third down on this drive. A third time would put him in the end zone. On the option. He'll toss it. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he puts through the extra point. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The offense set for a first down play. Back to throw, it's Hurley. Fires to the wideout. Not the type of accuracy you typically see from this senior quarterback.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third down, going up top. Trying to get to him. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. How frustrating for an offense to not only see the extra defensive back with the dime package, but still have their quarterback get hit.
Yeah, when you go down, this is a passing situation. And if you're a defensive lineman, I'm pinning my ears back. I'm not playing the slightest bit of run. I don't care if they run the football. I'm getting to the quarterback. Nice job understanding that, rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. I mean, you've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. The lead's not insurmountable, just down 14-0. But, David, you don't score here, and it could get a little tricky fast.
If you don't score here, if you don't possess the football and put something together to give your defense a little bit of a blow, it's not the ideal start. But it ain't like this game's late in the football game. Create some momentum here in the second quarter.
Yeah, momentum's a real thing in college football. This team needs the juju to get going. That first quarter is one they'd love to forget. So find your best playmakers now. Get them isolated. Get them the football and let them go to work.
Line getting set on second down. To the air, it's Hurley. Still looking, on the move. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the Mountaineers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get in.
The quarterback scrambled around, and the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
A 1st down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Don't you just love the big boys? When the big boys up front do their job and create a great pocket, and the quarterback has time now to survey the field and take shots down the field and make huge plays.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
Now, I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
The give out of the gun. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll go right back to him. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, West Virginia. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Nothing too surprising about seeing the Seminoles being productive in the passing game.
Man, we can think back, Reese, to so many great offenses for Florida State, whether it's Charlie Ward or Chris Winkie, whoever it is, the trigger man being really, really good is the start of a great Florida State team.
This offense has a second down play. Back to throw, it's Tillman. Fires and picked off. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chain. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's going to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
How about the difference a week makes for this QB? Last week, man, the completion percentage way down. Just wasn't consistent, wasn't in good rhythm. Right now, looks like he's in total control, and this offense is moving at a way better pace. Looks like a completely different team from last week.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Back to pass, it's Tillman. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepting.
I feel like the defense right now is living rent-free in this QB's head. Of course, they picked him off the last drive. They almost picked him off right there. This defense doing a nice job mixing up their looks, and they're completely confusing.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Noles will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your...
And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now we see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good...
He's going for it all. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball. And you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
Now adjusting. He'll pull it down. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
This is a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll sneak it.
And 4th and inches, you know it's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's complete. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
And the Mountaineers are marching down the field. Going up top on 1st down. Makes his connection. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Hurley. Buys a little time. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going for the big play. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Got room on the return. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Not all DBs can make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do...
And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Seminoles! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. They're trailing by 12 to Ohio State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got room at the 35. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They move the tight end all over. Looking downfield, it's Hurley. Coming after him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and that better job forcing a turnover.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Swings it out to his running back. Turns it on at midfield. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
That's a really good-looking throw there. And I think about back in my day playing for the Gators, we were known as having this high-octane passing attack with Steve Spurrier, but every time we played the Seminoles and Chris Wenke, of course, would go on to win a Heisman Trophy, we knew that we were going to have to be executing at a high level. This guy right here, when he gets going and he gets into a groove, he just does not miss. He is able to light up the scoreboard for the Seminoles.
Brings up 2nd down.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. It's Tillman. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt. You cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. You're behind, Palmer. Take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. Steamrolls his way ahead. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. The give to the tailback. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Smashes through. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. He leaves it with his back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Now on second down. To the air. It's Hurley. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pressure coming. And the missed connection on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
West Virginia, 14.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Dropping back, it's Tillman. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Offense gets set for second down. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
First down for this offense. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Mountaineers will hustle to the line.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2 minutes.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Dropping back, it's Hurley. Getting some heat. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Needs a big completion on 3rd and long. Moves around to clear up the vision. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Cradles it at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Quarterback keeps it. Inside the 15. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Tell you what, that regain really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on 1st down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Power football with the run. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll try to get outside. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a first down. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Mountaineers want to crank the tempo.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Here comes the offense on second down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
He's got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's see what they've got on second down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Unleashes one. He makes a catch. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. With the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Mountaineers! What a catch and run for 6.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Snap in the shotgun. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
West Virginia.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. This quarterback part of their running game. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Puts him in the spin cycle. Oh, my. Circle, circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the 1st down. He's now up to 104 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. First down here for the offense. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.